Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Press the Action Button podcast.
Another one.
It's been a while.
.com. Yes, it has been a while. I mean, we've done 2 episodes since
Two things.
this did happen.
Episodes.
And it was a post E3 and a pre E3 episode. But this week we have the original
Lineup.
podcasters all here. Say hello to the people. D-pad.
Worse than Hitler.
You
That-
had to have been there.
Obviously, D-pad thinks very, very little of you all.
You hear that, Higmo? Higgs Briggs Alsasimo? I'm talking to you. I'm looking at you. I sleep in the day, and I dream of you.
Oh god, it just turned into a wrestling promo against Sigma.
Hulk Hogan cannot take me in the ring. Do I need to let elephants trample me in the Antarctic Ocean? In space?
Flowing through the fangs of the warrior.
Oh,
I'm serious, he just swims to the bottom of the lake and yells Skronk.
What the hell is Skronk?
Also with us this week is Gameface. Say hello to the people, Gameface.
Something peculiar, something familiar, something for everyone. A podcast tonight. Hey.
Where were you on that one, Josh?
Yeah,
I
what
don't
up with that?
know. I don't know where. I didn't know where you were going with that.
That's something I came up with just 4 hours ago. Just
Well, obviously,
seems like
that
it was
would
just
have been
yesterday.
when you were at your parents' house.
No,
No.
actually, it was right before then because I texted him
You didn't text me,
because you were standing right next to me.
and you didn't say anything about coming up with this. You just texted him.
I don't say everything I come up with.
Well, if you're gonna say it on the podcast and expect me to know it,
I didn't expect you to know it. He expected you to know it.
It's your catchphrase!
how is this my catchphrase?
Since episode 1.
It wasn't that long ago, but it was a long time ago.
But my podcast starts with my podcast catchphrase.
No, it's just the way you say podcast.
okay.
That's how it's spelled. It's spelled P-A-U-D-W-A-F-K-A-S-T.
Ian, you can't even spell now. You can't even spell your.
T-N-G-L-U-F-T-C-A-S-T. Podcast.
Did you get all that?
Oh, yeah.
You spelled like ploved calculist or something like that.
Oh,
fucking
no.
Okay.
It was better
Is that
word
Russian?
than that. It
Is
was
that
a much
Russian?
better word than that. You need to go back and re-listen to this and learn what I said. Because I was
Spelled like
speaking in tongues.
Abkadevsky, Jekyll and
Right there.
Menopause.
There's a message in it, I swear. What are we drinking tonight?
Now, what are we drinking tonight? Who wants to announce the beer? Me or...
Bat Brew.
Blue Cast.
Blue.
Get your,
All blue.
Get your
Oh,
Kraken beer up here.
Kraken beer.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
epic.
Yeah, we all crack beers prematurely because we have that kind of, that sexual problem. So
We did it wrong.
Beers
Ian's-
get us aroused.
So speaking of sexual problems, Ian doesn't eat sausage.
It's a problem. It's a problem. I swear, officer.
Speaking of sexual problems, Jason eats entirely too much sausage.
Yeah, he does.
That's Towel, everybody. In case you don't... He's been on enough episodes that you should know damn well who he is by now. And we like to call him gay. So, Alex,
Yes.
is he actually gay?
No, that's just a thing we say because he's gay.
That was a conversation between me and Tom. Tom asked me if he's actually gay.
I thought it was Mary. So is he
No, it
actually
was
gay?
Tom.
Is he actually gay? No, that's just something we say to him because he's gay.
No, it was before that Mary said, I actually thought he was gay.
Who, Towelhead?
Yeah.
I could see it. Actually, I could really see it. Like, what? It's not wrong to be... Hey, the Pope doesn't dislike gays anymore. It's like, so gays are no longer worse than Hitler.
Gays were worse than Hitler?
Well, Hitler didn't like him, and if Hitler doesn't like you, dude, I mean, like... Yeah.
That makes you like most of the
Hitler
world then.
didn't like
I mean,
anybody
no, I
that
mean-
wasn't white with blonde hair and blue eyes.
I'm
No,
just
no,
saying,
no, no.
like,
He liked the Japanese. He liked the Iranians. And I'm just throwing that out there, folks. No, no,
And
no.
the Italians. He liked the Italians.
Apparently,
Why the fuck did he like Italians?
because they were all
Benito
fascists.
Mussolini.
He just-
Look at what they became. Look at what we became.
You mean the mafia?
No, we became Snooky. The Italians came to
Wait,
Jersey Shore.
Whoa,
and
whoa! Snooky's Italian?
Guidos. Jersey Shore? They're
yeah,
all Italian. That's the point of them.
You know what's
That's
a
the-
much better
their
show
point is-
about Italians in Jersey? The
What?
Sopranos.
Oh, man.
That's a good show.
Let's have a moment of silence, by the way.
For James Gandolfini.
James
Yeah, I can't believe he's... Rest in peace, dude.
Rest in peace.
You guys,
He was a
you guys
cool-
missed
he-
that because like we were having a moment of silence, but we hoisted our Labatt's.
He had an interesting life too. You really listened to his interviews and stuff. That was very touching.
Well, he wasn't
Deep
that
end.
old. What was he, like 48, 49? That's not old enough to die.
Yeah, you don't have permission to die.
Yeah.
No, he was really young.
Because-
He was on vacation when it happened too. It was like,
Good place to go.
yeah, no.
At least
Because
he
All
died
gold,
happy, right?
all gold costs $1 million.
Pi is exactly 3. Oh, that's such a good Simpsons moment, though. And Professor Frink can't get the crowd of nerds to shut up, so he just shouts out loud, Pi is exactly 3!
It is.
To this day, I still use that under emergency situations. It's usually followed by a good 2 or 3 minutes of no, it's not. What the fuck? No, it's not. That can't be possible. But I have to like recover and finally say what I was trying to get their attention to say in the first place.
Sounds kind of
Nobody gets that
counterintuitive.
it's a Simpsons reference?
Yeah, but I have the floor, and that's like the only way I can like sacrifice a little bit of dignity to get the floor. And sometimes it comes to that.
Which is ironic since you already have the floor.
Ironic.
Ironical.
Ironic so far away.
I forget.
Iraq and Iran.
Also, yes. We need Tim here to be it.
No,
Stupid.
we need potatoes
Right now.
right now.
Right now.
Unfortunately,
You
we
just
don't
went-
have any potatoes.
Sucky, you just went full potato.
You never know. You never go full potato.
I can count the potato.
You know that
1, 2,
person's
buckle my shoe,
mother,
3, 4,
like,
potato.
I think that person's mother, like, tried to sue the internet,
The whole internet.
like, for turning
gonna
her
call the
daughter
internet.
into a meme in an offensive way.
I'm going to call the internet, please. I don't remember what.
I saw one. No, the most offensive one I saw. It was like this kind of derpy looking like Asian conductor like waving his like wand around, and the caption just said, "And a 1 and a 2 and a ching chong potato." It's like
My girl.
it's so bad, but I couldn't stop laughing.
My girl, I work for my girl.
There's a company named Ermiger.
Armaguard. It's like a security company. Armaguard, I work for Armaguard. His D-pad has
Ian,
like
are
a
you gonna
mental
be
fit.
okay? Are you gonna be okay, Gar?
I want to see it. Guys, I'll be right back. You can get started on the first topic.
Computers right there.
He's not going very far.
He's going about 4 feet to the left.
Yeah, I'll be right back. And he's right the fuck there. Of course, none of you guys can see that because, I mean, at this point, he could be in another country by now. For all you people know.
He does do that a lot.
Yeah, he goes to like Chad and Bermuda.
Estonia. He was in
And-
Estonia.
Fucking Mommy Timmy's going to Bermuda, isn't she?
I do not know. I think so.
Because you were like freaking out about that yesterday or something. Like, why the fuck is Mommy Timmy going to Bermuda? Except you didn't say fuck because you're you.
Right.
And you were sober.
This is Slacker Chan. What do we call him? Slacker Chan's mom. She's
Yeah.
a character.
I don't know. You were telling me something about her arguing with Tim about money.
ARMI. Wait, hang on.
Should I pause this? Yeah, I'm gonna pause this.
No, don't.
I just
Don't.
won't go to Disney World.
Okay, no, it's just I like it when they take pictures of things and just make their eyes go in wrong directions and make their lips go in weird shapes and just make people look retarded on the internet. The powers of the internet, like we have all the world's knowledge at our fingertips, but this is what we use the internet for, and I'm so proud that we do that as a race. No, we speaking of which, me and my one friend, who's actually a very intelligent person, by the way, but every time he's behind camera, he just doesn't want to take it seriously, so he makes all these odd faces, and, like, that's just his nature, you know, he just does it to be funny. But what we're gonna do is take those we found out that he kind of looks retarded when he does it, and we want to take those pictures and, like, submit them to charity, and just have them, like start fundraising, like, telling everyone that he's our special friend, because he looks pretty special, and it's unintentional. He's trying to look goofy, but, like, we could get away with
Is
it.
he more special than your monkey friend?
In some pictures, yes.
Ian and his monkey friend. Yep, Ian and his monkey friend.
Ian and his monkey friend.
Did you throw up on a Mexican monkey?
Threw up on Mexican monkey. Okay, you know the song
Okay.
where it's like, stay up all night to get lucky? It's on the new Daft Punk album. Well, now that you have heard this, you will not unhear it. They're saying
What?
threw up on Mexican monkey.
That's what my parents thought they were saying.
Threw up on Mexican monkey. Every time you hear it now, you're gonna hear that instead. You won't even hear the word party.
The
wait.
party wasn't even in that.
I mean lucky.
Partney.
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 I need to go to the park so I can go to the Partney.
The Parpy.
My dog is retarded.
Oh, God bless you, Allie Broche. I hope
Yeah.
she's alright.
Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, apparently she's just finally getting better from an extended period of depression, which just sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It sucks that she's getting better.
No, it
You
sucks.
douche.
Yeah. What?
You're a douche. You're twisting my
You're
words.
douche mopple.
No, you didn't twist the words. Like, you verbally said that. Like, we can go back.
The
and-
depression part sucks, is what I was saying.
Yeah, but, like,
You
grammatically,
didn't say that.
you didn't say
Alex-
that.
I mean, you
Choose boxes.
wish you were a lesbian
Because grammatically...
But I didn't say anything. I didn't want to ruffle any feathers.
No, it's what... you know how, like, U2 is always infamous for doing all these fundraisers and helping people in Africa and stuff?
Yeah.
Like Bono. Bono's at this concert, and he's clapping his hand.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah,
I know where this is going. But go ahead.
Clapping his hands once every...
Okay, and he's gathering the crowd, and it's a really quiet point in the song, and he stays clapping, and he brings everybody closer, and he says, listen, every time I clap my hands, and the whole crowd is getting just rallied into the gravity of the whole situation, and he says, every time I clap my hands, an African child dies. And this one guy from the crowd, like, I think he was Scottish, so how it's, then stop bloody doing it, you bastard!
It's freaking great.
I would have fallen over laughing.
So would I. You guys want to get to the first topic?
No,
Okay,
but let's
go.
do it anyways.
Okay. EA is losing the license to NCAA, which means their upcoming, I don't know if it's this year or next year, but their upcoming NCAA football game will not have any of the official teams on it.
Hey, their Super Nintendo NCAA basketball game sucked wind. I used to have that in college.
Well, what do you expect from a Super Nintendo basketball game that isn't
NBA Jam.
NBA Jam?
Something kind of remotely similar?
So you're saying
They're taking it seriously, though.
you're saying it doesn't have
Doesn't have real players in it.
seriously? They just
they'll
made
have the
they
right
made
to the
people
real
up.
players. They won't have the right to the real teams. So they're gonna have to make up a bunch of teams and put all the real players on them.
Seriously? They
Yeah.
can do that?
The Jersey Falafels.
The Cleveland... the
Okay,
Cleveland fuckbucklers!
the what?
Can that be a thing? I want that to be a thing.
So they're just gonna make things up and run
They're
with
gonna
it.
have to.
No, I find it weird that they do that. They have to make up team names, but the people who belong to those teams.
I guess
they
because you
can
can't
keep.
copyright a person.
Well, the whole
I
thing
think you would
is,
have
it's
to-
like the NCAA and the NCAA Players Association or something. Are two different organizations. And the NCAA owns the right to the team names. The NCAA Players Association is the one that sells out the rights to the player names. So they'll be able to get the player names, they just won't be able to put them on the correct teams.
That's
God knows what they're going to wind up doing
that's
instead.
ass backward. Like I mean, they could. I don't know. Like at this point, they might as well just make up the players too. Like you can't take the. Like you can't play as you wouldn't want to play as like, oh I'm Troy Polamalu.
Except
Except-
That's basketball.
That would be an
That would be football. I'm just using like I don't really know basketball very
Well,
well,
in
but like,
LeBron James Red.
NCAA is college.
I don't know what team he's on, but like
It's college sports. NCAA is college sports.
okay.
So college baseball games, college football games, all of that, they won't be able to use the player names. Or the teams, rather.
For any game, it doesn't.
For any game that is...
For any sport, I mean. Like,
Guys,
Yeah.
guys, this is funny because EA sucks.
Yeah. That's why I put it on here. It's funny because EA sucks.
They really do suck.
Yeah,
You
EA.
suck, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck. That guy really does suck, and by that guy I mean EA.
EA, worse than Hitler.
Yeah, worse than Hitler.
Hitler killed 6 million people, but damn it, EA fucked over a bunch of gamers. Worse than Hitler.
Dang, then some harsh words.
Wait, EA displeased probably 1 billion people,
Yeah.
and I think the people who were dead aren't really displeased anymore. So I think
Not to
EA is
mention-
more of a discomfort to people.
Not to mention, there are people out there, not many, but there are some douchebags out there who are happy with what the Nazis did.
yeah,
That's not the case for EA.
No, EA.
I don't think
even
anybody-
have that.
The only people that are happy with what EA does is EA.
Yeah,
You know?
You
they
don't
make
see
a bunch of
people
money off of
like
it.
buzzing their head shaved completely and wearing suspension overalls and Doc Martens saying that they love EA.
And going to punk shows.
You're right. You don't see that. There aren't Neo EA.
EA
Players.
logo on one shoulder,
Wait,
tattooed on one shoulder.
Neo
fucking
EAO?
Neo
Anarchy logo tattooed on.
You don't see that. You don't see that.
Neo EA. What was that stupid commercial that we saw earlier? It's like, Old MacDonald was bad at spelling. The word is cow. Cuweaeio.
He spells it correctly, but then he just adds EIEIO at the end. I don't get it. I don't understand.
EA sucks. I'm glad they lost the license. That means that for whatever years they don't have the license, their games aren't going to sell as well because people are going to see that they don't have the license for this game and they're going to go, what the fuck? I'm not playing that.
What did you call? What did you call the Cleveland team again? I don't even remember already.
It was
Oh,
like the
Buckler.
Bugfuckers or something.
No, the
Bucklers.
Cleveland fuckbucklers.
That's just
I
too
want
funny.
that to be a thing.
That's just too
Well, it could be. It could potentially be.
This is
It's
your
just
homework
too
for the
funny.
next week, Internet. Make that a thing.
It's just too
Get
funny.
it to EA, and maybe they could redeem themselves. See, I feel like it's bad. We're sitting here making fun of EA, and what the fault of their game right now isn't their fault. Like it's not.
Well, it
they
is their
just
fault
couldn't
for
get.
sucking.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like they've sucked on titles before, So maybe like people have started to lose faith in them as a company recently for other things that they've done.
They've
So
actually
maybe
been sued and lost a lawsuit recently because some of the code for like the very first Madden game has been used in every single Madden game since. And the guy who wrote that code got fired, so he sued the shit out of EA and won.
what did he win? Wait, what did he win?
I don't remember the exact details of the lawsuit. I just know he won probably a shit ton of money. And the right to keep that code so they can't ever use it again.
Now EA, who did Mass Effect?
Mass Effect, well, EA published Mass Effect 2 and 3, but they didn't develop it. That's BioWare from Canada.
Because
Blame Canada. No.
I would love to blame Canada right now, but I heard that Mass Effect 3, the ending,
The original.
demolished the storyline of
Don't
the
get me
first
started
two.
on.
I know,
defending
it's a very sensitive
it
topic.
sucked.
I've seen
And
rants.
They fixed it.
They fixed it. You can't fix that. You can't go back and be like, we're just
It's
kidding.
not a complete
We're
fix,
just-
but the
we're just
ending
kidding.
that they gave you with the downloadable patch, which was free, was so much better because it actually gave you closure for all of the storylines and wrapped it up. Whereas the first and the original ending felt more like a middle finger to you for playing the game.
That's
for
what I
damn
heard.
long.
Nobody will tell me what actually happened, but I heard that people were so angry immediately after seeing the ending, they put down the controller and vowed to never play an EA game again.
I
So
don't know about that.
I'm
went-
wondering.
Done.
I'm wondering if that influenced their decision for approving the giving them rights to the names of their teams.
I wonder that too. With the Mass Effect thing, I can't confirm this, but a whole lot of people were blaming EA for the shitty ending, saying like they went to BioWare and said, "This fucking series is a cash cow. We want more of them. Make the ending more open-ended." And it wound up sucking as a direct result of that, which is believable because EA has done shit like that before. They forced Redwood Studios out of business by making them continually pump out half-finished Command and Conquer games in the early 2000s and whatnot, to the point where it was no longer profitable and they were losing massive amounts of money and had to close. And they've done this to numerous other studios in the past, and it's just fucking sorry of them. I don't want to see them do that to BioWare. BioWare is very, very talented. Want to move on to the second one?
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like
How
a
many
plan.
do we have?
5.
5?
5.
5.
They say 5.
Yeah, 5.
Yes, I was right. No, wait, that can't be. It loses.
Add one more. Or take one away.
Okay. Ubisoft has said that they will
Ubisoft.
not make new IPs unless they are absolutely sure that they will be able to turn them into massive franchises that are usually
I mean, new IPs?
profitable. New games, not sequels to anything, but brand new stories, games.
Ah. New
Some-
IVs.
IVs. Why are those all
IP
called
stands for intellectual property.
Oh, okay.
IPs. Okay. Okay. That's a good idea. It's a good marketing idea.
Yeah, but on the flip side of that, it means they're not going to take any risks on anything that they see as like, oh, this could be profitable, but it could not. It could also not be profitable and could crash and burn. So we're not going
What,
to do
with
that.
new ideas or with old titles? What do you mean?
With new IPs, it means they're just going to play it safe when they create new.
Why
ones.
would it? Why? I think that might just be encouragement to start coming up with newer and better ideas, releasing them whether they're successful or not.
Well, what this means is they're going to pay attention to the market, find out what sales figures say this is popular, that's popular, and go, okay, if we're going to do a new IP, it's going to be like that, you know? Because that's popular, that's profitable. Not, oh, hey, you got this new, quirky, innovative game that would usually be on Xbox Live Indie Arcade or whatever. but you want to turn it into a full-on major release. We'll fund that. They're not going to do that. And I hate to see
I
that.
I don't see why not. Like,
There's no guarantee that they can turn it into a franchise, because if it's not profitable, they can't turn it into a franchise.
well, I mean, there's never any guarantee that you can turn something into a franchise. Usually the things that become franchises, like take a look at Final Fantasy, like it was like, this is going to be one and done. This is it, guys. And then there's, what,
Yeah, it
15,
saved
16?
the company,
Yeah, exactly.
And then
Exactly,
it went
most
on
of the-
to become Final Fantasy 13.
which sucked dick through a straw.
A coffee stirrer, not a straw.
Coffee straw.
Yeah, a coffee stir. It sucked dick through a coffee stir from a shit fountain.
Wow.
I hate that game. But it just worries me a little bit, is all. And I understand why EA is doing it. They want to do stuff that's profitable, and they have a couple of upcoming games that look really fucking cool. Like, or Ubisoft, rather. And, like, Watch Dogs.
Please say Ubisoft.
Yeah, Ubisoft.
Please
Well,
say.
Watch Dogs looks awesome. Watch Dogs looks cool as shit.
I haven't seen Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs is like, is that gonna work?
Why wouldn't it?
Oh, that's just a... Oh, crap. I found a DV tape.
Well, that's great, but do you have any headphones?
No, but I got a DV tape.
You got like 3 of them. There's one more somewhere.
Hey, Alex, rock the boat.
Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby, rock the boat. I don't hit the boat over, rock the boat, I don't rock the boat. That's a terrible, terrible idea.
What? It's a full beer.
Exactly.
Anyway, in Watch Dogs, you play as this guy who the entire city. It's like kind of a.
Oh, by the way, apparently on YouTube it's Geek Week. I don't know, that's just what their header says. I'm just throwing that out there. By the time you hear this, folks, it'll be over.
It's kind of a cyberpunk future where everything is
So the
connected.
Matrix.
And yeah,
Like you say, Equilibrium.
yeah,
No.
both of those are cyberpunk, but everything is connected.
Everything's connected.
And
Equilibrium.
you can if you can hack into it, you can do whatever you want with it. So you can
I guess a Ghost in the Shell.
kind of, and you can
That's more like
you can use your cell phone to hack into things and play with traffic lights to make them go the way he wants, or turn out
Man,
all the
I
lights
had
in
a
the
story.
city or something.
I had an idea for a novel like that way back in the day that just never came to fruition.
And it looks really, really cool. And if they can pull it off and make it half as cool as it seems, it'll be a great game. And I'm really excited. But, I don't know. Just something about this story, about them kind of playing it safe, bothers me a little bit.
They should take that idea and make it an online game.
I'm sure it'll have an online.
See, then they would never be making sequels to it. They'd just be bursting with newer and greater expansion packs, and everyone would flock to them because there's already 500 million players strong. It's like got more members than a country, and everyone's going to be wanting more and more of the same thing. But it won't be exactly a sequel or a brand new game or a new storyline.
So basically, World of Warcraft,
Yes.
which is like 10 years old now.
Yes. It's got history, man. In the making.
And I don't know how many expansions they've got to World of Warcraft right now. It's ridiculous.
I don't know, but now they're on the Mists of Pandaria. Did you see
Yeah,
that shit? It's like,
Turnball's into that.
yeah, I think
It made me giggle.
he plays as a Pandaran. I think that's the dumbest thing. It's like, oh,
It's like, why is
It's
it
an
It's a
anthropomorphic
panda.
panda.
it's a panda. And oh, you know what? They call him Panda. They call it Pandaria because it's full of pandas. Get it?
'Cause it's-
Get it? Do you
Because
understand
it's
why?
pan diarrhea.
The whole
Yeah,
thing
and
is
panda.
the whole
They're
thing
made-
started as
people are
like the
pandas.
expansion to Warcraft 3 had a campaign where you just played as one character, and that character happened to be a panda character.
Wow.
Panda.
So they had to.
Do you remember that was one of
eventually.
Turnball's old memes? Was Panda. If you want to make sweet love to my panda, I'm gonna beat my sledgehammer into your dirty face. I still have that video clip of him saying that. It's just a close-up of Tim opening a box of pizza, and in the background you hear Turnbull going, "I'm gonna be a sledgehammer into your dirty face."
Oh yeah,
It's like, what?
they are working on a action shooter based MMO set in like the whole Tom Clancy universe thing.
Oh,
with
not
all the Tom
that
Clancy
thing.
games.
Not
I don't get
that
Tom
universe.
Clancy.
Well, I played some, like some, not like some others. So I'm not sure if I get it so much as I'm like, okay, now this game's cool and that game's not, you know? It can be fun. Anyway. So the servers for the PlayStation 3 exclusive games, MAG and SOCOM, will be shut down on January 28th, 2014. This kind of...
Why does this mean anything to us?
I own MAG.
Penis!
Thank you.
I didn't.
You
Okay,
got
so
it.
I
You
wasn't
got
sure
it.
if I knew what you were gonna say or not, but I decided like I'm gonna say penis regardless. Like
Because when I look back and forth, that gave you the cue.
even if you said something normal, I would have loved. I would have said penis, and I would have said it really loud. And then,
Why does it mean anything to us? Because Josh owns the game. Penis!
That's
how
about
can
the
I
size of
prove
things.
to you we're live? Penis.
Yeah, penis. Say it with me now. Penis. Anyway,
The following people are gay.
so Josh, you own penis? Or,
I own
what?
MAG.
You own fag?
I own MAG.
He does
And
not own a penis.
It's the last. These are the
I
last two
do.
surviving games from Zipper Interactive, and once the servers shut down. What?
It's too perfect. No, you don't get it.
What the hell are you laughing at?
Penis.
No.
No, it's not that. It's just. You seriously not see this? Ian's about to puke on the table.
No, continue. Okay,
No,
just
you
continue.
zipper in your. Okay, fine.
Zipper Interactive is the name of the company that developed both of these games, and
That was just. It was timing. It was a timing
these
thing.
two things, like these two games, the online servers are their last two things they developed. What the hell are you laughing at? I don't know.
I just choked on my own skin.
Okay, alright, we're sorry. Continue.
Okay, can you please, can you
Recap.
please leave that in?
Wait, okay.
Okay, I'm saying,
These two
Here.
games are the last two games that are still online from Zipper Interactive after they closed. And I don't like the idea that a game that is online only, like MAG, has their servers shut down, you know? Because then it's like, what are we supposed to do with all these copies of MAG? We can't sell them to anybody because people are going to buy them and they're not going to be able to play them and they're just going to return them.
I'm sorry.
What?
I keep looking at Ian's face and I keep looking at his face.
Okay, alright. So,
I hurt.
So MAG, I mean, I never really played MAG, but I knew that the cover of it had like this busty woman in like tight leather pants, and her butt was bulbous, and
zipper.
there was a zipper on the top.
Wait, is that all you had to say?
Yeah.
Like, I just hate to see like if it had a single player component, sure it wouldn't die, but taking the servers offline for a game like this just kills it completely. And I'm not sure that that's even necessary. I mean, there are still servers up for the very first MMORPG of all time.
Yeah, that's true. It's not like a
Ultima
warehouse
Online
is
has-
ever gonna run out of server space, like physical space.
Yeah, and
Ultima, there's still RuneScape. RuneScape is up and running.
yeah, RuneScape and Ultima Online are still up and running. Ultima Online is what, like 99 or some shit? That game's been up and running for like 14, 15 years. It's ridiculous. So why do we need to shut down the... Okay, so not as many people play it now, but it still has a dedicated fan following. Let them play.
Yeah, I mean, what's the gain by shutting it down? It can't cost that much to maintain.
Yeah.
It's an old school game. you
Are
know?
they still charging money for it?
They were never charging money for it.
It was always free to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that set in stone? Like they are going to shut down, or is it something
Yes,
that's
it's
in?
set in stone. Although
Yeah,
it has happened that they have said we're going to shut down the servers for this, and they decided not to in the past. And that happened with Demon's Souls. They did. They said we're going to shut down the servers for this, and they got close to the date where they were going to do it, and they're like, we changed our mind. So I hope that happens because I hate to see a game that I personally quite enjoyed a lot just die like that. You know?
And this isn't a game like, you know, it's not like something that you can download and own. Like once they shut it down, you can't play it anymore. So I
Yeah.
understand how that could make a lot of people angry. But I mean, if this were something, I mean, it's a first-person shooter genre. There's a lot of them out there, and I'm not trying to degrade MAG at all. But it's kind of like there gets a point in a company decision where it's like, you know, they need to readjust their budget, and they're gonna say, we're running a couple games, we're maintaining a couple programs here. Their cult following isn't large enough to keep it afloat, and so it's just more not necessarily profitable, but in their better interest to just cancel it out.
I think. I wonder if people are going to do with this game what they did with Halo 2, where the Halo 2 server stayed up for like a week and a half or something after it got shut down because people refused to leave the server and quit playing. They would just leave their character idle when they went to bed, and they'd wake up and play some more.
That's cool.
And-
So the server couldn't shut down because someone was on it?
They kept it up for like a week and a half until everybody eventually got dropped because of connection problems. And once you got dropped because of connection problems, you couldn't get back in.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh, wow.
What would it have been like to be that last person who was
To be the...
Well, I guess this is it. Somebody please come back. It would be like that Pete and Pete episode with the Nightcrawlers, where everyone just started falling asleep. You remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Nightcrawler!
The one girl who...
What a Chicago.
The Cleveland fuckbucklers!
Cleveland, Chicago. I like Chicago better.
Dude, they need to hire you to do the announcer guy voice for that. Like,
And today we come here with our handlebar mustaches and my fellow Gertrude to the right of me. We are both wearing monocles and top hats. How are you doing, Cleveland? We are bringing you here to the fuckball stadium to see the Cleveland fuckbucklers go up against the Tiger Nannies.
Dude, that would be a thing of beauty. Okay, and
Why don't we do chat roulette? Seriously. Or Vine or something like that.
Okay, so Valve has approved a Half-Life co-op mod.
Just before you talk about Valve, because this is something I'll probably actually be interested in because I like Valve. I just want to throw this out there. Brother Timmy is a fat.
Brother Timmy.
Not Tim. I'm not
Shawnee
talking about. I'm talking about
Brother Timmy.
Sean.
Let's all talk
Sean.
about
Sean!
Brother
Sean!
Timmy.
Sean!
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 That was like New Year's Eve last year. Turnbull was like, Sean, if I happen to outlive you, I'm gonna volunteer for your eulogy, and I'm just gonna stand up there at the pulpit and just go, Sean! 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 But anyway, yeah, anyway.
You gonna tell why he's a fat?
He's just fat. Even though he's not. No,
Even though
Tim's...
he's-
No, he's fatter than Tim.
Okay, so Yeah, and not physically, but in other ways, yeah.
Yeah, he's a fat.
So, like, a while ago, Tim, that is Slacker-chan, his brother got busted for DUI by taking his roommate's truck out to go
Stealing the keys. Stealing the
keys, taking the truck to go get a cheeseburger at like 2 in the morning when he was drunk. So now he's going to these ARD meetings, and apparently he has to go to them in York, and apparently he thinks that the only people he can trust is his mom and his brother, and is refusing to let other people help or something like that. So Tim enlisted me earlier this evening. Tim enlisted me to give Sean a ride back from his ARD meetings in York, which sucks. And is like a good 45 minutes away from here. And I said, yeah, I'll do that. And he's like, Tim's like, well, you see, it's not only helping me and helping him in terms of him having a ride, but it's also convincing him that he has other people in this world he can trust other than me. And apparently, so I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. It's Tuesday. At least it's not like, less than a day's notice. It's Sunday now. So I have 2 days notice. And apparently Sean is like, nah.
So
Wait,
Sean
you
is
mean
gonna demand
he's...
that it's Tim? Go get him.
Something like that. Sean wants
Wow.
Tim to take an unpaid work day off.
If I were
So it
Sean, if I
sounds.
were Tim, I would tell him no. I need money. Fuck yourself.
I don't know. I don't know the whole story, but that seems to be the gist of it. And I just wanted that to go out on the radio, because I'm a douche like that. But anyway, on with the show.
Here's something that needs to go out on the radio.
Button.
I was over there for Tim's birthday,
Oh no.
and Sean appeared.
Oh,
Sean appeared, saw that we were all there, and then disappeared. I think we said something to him. I think we were trying to invite him in for a beer, and I think we said something smart, and then he just disappeared. Because obviously that's not what guys do ever, is pick on each other,
no. Hey.
When guys get together with beer, they're nothing but jolly. Oh, well,
Yeah, fuck both of you. I don't pick on you
brilliant,
at all.
brilliant, clink, clink. No, it's not fucking. So he disappears, and then, the next night I hear that after they showed up, Sean said something like, "Oh well, why'd you have all those people over?" And they're like, "Well, Sean, I thought you wanted to come out and see
my birthday."
your friends." And he was like, "No, they're your friends, not my friends." And it's like, "Oh, okay. Alrighty. I was under the impression that we have been friends for these last 7 years. What the hell was I doing? I've been sitting here thinking the wrong thing, fucking nobody
I would
corrected
understand
me."
if you said that about me. Because
Yeah,
I
but,
don't know him very well. But
like-
you and you?
Sean is very, seclusive. I mean, it's like we get along with him when he's there, but when we're not there, he's just like, I don't know, how's that? And it's like, what the hell, Sean?
Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Valve has approved a Half-Life co-op mod called Sven for Steam, and given the team access to the gold source engine that they used to build the original game. This is just another example of Valve being awesome. It's available on Steam, as far as I understand it, for free. It adds co-op to the game.
This is boring. Can we go back to talking about Zipper?
Says the guy who's like, I like Valve.
Yeah, okay. But go back. What game are we talking about? Okay, it's Valve, so it must be Half-Life.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
The original Half-Life.
This time I didn't tune that out. Okay. Well, that's
And
cool.
they created a mod, and this team, I forget their name, but they created a mod called Half-Life Sven. S-V-E-N.
Zlad?
Yes, it's Vladimir Putin.
Half-Life Zlad.
Did you see that
Supersonic.
Vladimir Putin thing I posted on Alex's group?
Oh, yeah, that was
No.
kind of
Fucking mad. It had a picture of him angry, and it said Vladimir Putin. It had a picture of him crying, and it said Sadamir Putin.
a picture of him with the birth of his son, and it was like
Vladimir Putin. And a picture of him as a kid, and it said Vladimir Putin.
Oh.
It's fucking great.
And I said he should be like a frat party boy and be Chadamir Putin.
Why would he be Chad?
Chad, it's a douchebag name.
Chad?
Chad.
I like Chad from Screw Attack, though. He's not a douchebag. I met him.
Chad.
It's cool
Oh
as
my
shit.
god, you're right. I've never known a non-douchebag Chad.
Well, Chad from Screw Attack, but you never know him. You didn't.
I
you don't
met
know
him. He's cool as shit.
Would feasibly still be a douchebag if you went to high school with him. Anyway,
That's true.
yeah, I mean, Steam is like a good thing.
Well,
like,
this is
if you-
just really cool. But like, I don't know how long they've been doing this.
I think that's cool just because the little bit of Half-Life that I've actually played, I loved. But
it's a very, very well constructed. I mean, it's old, and there are parts of it that show that age. Like the graphics aren't very. I mean, the graphics are very, very dated, and the enemy AI isn't very good anymore. But it's still like very cinematic and very well laid out and designed levels. A whole bunch of cool set pieces that happen as you're playing through it. You know, it's still a very well designed game, and this is like, I think it's just cool that that Valve like gives this team who's doing this in their free time their blessing. Like, here's our engine, use it. You know, That's cool. That's awesome. It seems like every single time I have a story for Valve, I gain a little bit more respect for them. And then I rage about the fact that Half-Life 2 Episode 3 doesn't exist yet.
yeah, Yahtzee hates them, but still, I mean, as far as video game conglomerates go, they're pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
I can't even say that, and I know next to nothing about them.
I know that, like, there was like, protesters. I don't remember what they were protesting, but they were
You're
protesting
protesting
Valve
the
for some
moon or
reason.
something.
And they were probably just angry that Half-Life 2 Episode 3 isn't out yet or
Protesters are
something.
just... Yeah, okay.
But Valve actually invited them into their building, and Gabe Newell himself set them down and showed them everything that they're working on and said, just don't tell anybody. And that's awesome, you know?
Yeah.
I like Valve. I have a lot of respect for Valve, and this just increases my respect for Valve. Like, oh, we like your mod for our game. Let's make it official. And it's not the first time they've done it. I mean, Counter-Strike, which is a big series of shooters now, started off as a Half-Life mod that you could download for free on Steam. You know? And that's cool.
No royal curse, no Trojan horse, and there's a happy ending, of course.
That was the
Oh.
hand jerk. Yeah.
Happy ending.
Yeah.
He just gave me,
Yeah.
Bastard just gave me the hand jerk. Well, I will give the hand jerk back to you.
Check this out. A massage with a happy ending, dude.
No. Oh, no, not the slow jerk.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
No,
Are
no.
you doing Kids in the Hall? Or whatever it's called?
Whitest
No, not-
kids you
Kids,
that.
you know, don't you? Kids in the hall.
Yeah,
What? You make it sound like they're in high school.
What? There was a show
No,
called
there was
Kids
a
in the
show
Hall.
called Kids in the Hall, but no, I can physically see
What is
the
Kids in the
penis in your hands right now.
Oh, and don't finish. You don't fit.
No,
Oh no.
no, they don't touch. They never touch.
They never touch.
Ah.
I'm telling the boss.
Boss!
I saw 2 of their videos. Only, like... no.
Yeah, me too.
Wait, did they do the I'll grape you
I'll
video?
grape you on the mouth. Yes.
Okay, then I saw 3 of their videos, because the other one that I saw was
The
something
third one?
about Hitler.
I saw the slow
Hitler doing a
jerk
rap
and the
video.
longest.
Oh, I never saw that
long
one.
P.
You guys should see more. There's other good ones.
Okay.
They're kind of funny.
This
Anyway,
last one is interesting.
5.
You know how after the Xbox 360 came out, it had achievement points, which I, to this day, do not get. But a whole lot of other gamers did. And
Wow.
achievement point became so big... Can I get one?
No.
Became so big and such a huge deal that Sony said, you know what, we're going to do that. And they created the trophy system. Well, now they're taking that a step further. They're letting
Wait,
you-
hang on. That is a terrible idea. D-Pad's putting a whole beer on the windscreen over top of our expensive microphone that survived a fire.
Well, you guys better not shake the table or make any noise.
Rock the boat, baby.
Why
rock
did you
the
guys
boat,
let me
the
do that?
boat.
Why is it? I blame you guys for like letting me do stupid things.
Well, what do you want me to do? Slap you?
I got a beverage here, man.
Okay, anyway.
I saw the dude at a con this summer. I'm just throwing that out there. I was all happy. Anyway, proceed.
Wasn't it at SGC that we saw the dude?
I didn't see him. I saw him
No, wait. It was SGC where we saw a guy in full getup for the Ghostbusters.
That's right.
That was awesome. He
I'm gonna
even
say
had a
it was
proton. He was in Atlantic City when he just
I just
happened to
saw
see the dude.
and he was Jewish for some reason. But anyway,
So the Jude?
the Jude. I saw the Jude in Atlantic City. And, yeah.
Okay. But anyway, Sony has set up a new system where you will be able to take all the gold trophies that you've won and bid them on real-world items. It's kind of like an auction. They put up like one auction thing until it ends, and then they put up another auction thing. The very first auction thing they put up is a full set of armor created as promotional for probably at E3, but promotional for one of the Killzone games. So they got a full set of Hellgast armor.
No way!
Yeah.
Hellgas armor.
Yeah.
Those things are cool as shit.
Yeah, they are.
No, I would cosplay those if I had the chance. Definitely. No, that's crazy. I've thought of that before. Like, what would it take to get Killgas armor?
I would
That's
do
nuts.
Hellgast armor would be cool.
Hellgas.
Or power armor from Fallout.
Alright.
You look a fucking badass in power armor.
Alrighty. Nothing is scarier than those faces. No,
The red eyes, though.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
awesome.
I had, if I feel like that's good because if it's any kind of poetic justice to people who did nothing with the last few years but gain Xbox trophies,
PlayStation trophies.
PlayStation trophies. Those
They
are-
gotta get something to show you.
They gotta like. I feel like I want to say like
Something
oh
other than
I was out.
Yeah.
What?
Something other than EP.
EP.
Yeah.
I feel like they deserve something. I want to be. It would be too easy for me to say like, oh well, I was going to school and I was like working a job and I was doing stuff while you were playing video games. But like seriously,
But seriously,
those guys,
at that point,
yeah,
at the
like-
point where you say that, you become your dad.
exactly. Exactly, and those guys were out there pursuing what they love, and not only that, but they did very good at that. They were devoted to something, and I feel like they deserve something to show for it instead of like a digital, like, you see this? I beat the game in hard mode, and then I beat it again on hard mode, and then I beat it on extra hard mode with no weapons.
And then my room key, and then my room key,
And then my hard mode, then my hard mode.
and then my salsa, salsa.
My salsa makes all the pretty girls want to dance and take off their underpants. My salsa makes all the pretty girls want to dance and take off their underpants. My salsa.
Hey, where'd everybody go?
You know who I could picture singing that?
Ethan?
Yeah.
Ethan?
Ethan Schrock.
Ethan Schrock.
I was gonna say that guy that's like, you watch the music video of him with weird hair, and he's like, a RoboCop.
El chicky chicky,
I can picture him singing that.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, except it was Eminem, but yeah.
Uno.
Uno. Wait, what is it? Uno. El Cruzadito. Dos. El Michael Jackson. Tres. El Cruzadito.
Cuatro.
El RoboCop. Baila chicky chicky, baila chicky. Look up El Chicky Chicky anytime you get the chance to. What?
It's like the Tunak Tune.
No,
but
uno,
Mexican.
un breaking dance.
Un breaking dance.
Dos, el cruzadito.
What did
That's
you
the-
say? What did you originally say for Uno?
Cuatro, tres, el Michael Jackson. Cuatro, el Robocop.
What did you think
I
that
don't
one
remember.
was?
No, I just duplicated them. It's el breaking dance, el cruzadito, el Michael Jackson, el Robocop. Baila chicky chicky, baila chicky chicky. I've had people on YouTube like that I'll leave annoying comments for with like weird like cultish videos that like nobody knows about, and I'd be like, "This is the greatest thing ever," and they'll be like, "Hey, wait a second, do I know you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm the guy from this," and I'll post a link to the El Cheeky Cheeky, and they'll be like, "What?" And I'll just like post like a smiley face and just leave it at that. What?
This
What?
one time-
Pumpkin? What?
Pumpkin what? What? Pumpkin
You
what?
cannot blow into your hand and make a beautiful woman.
Why would you be chasing a blue hedgehog if you could blow into your hand and create a beautiful woman? Farted. I love you, nostalgia critic.
We do, but I actually think this is pretty cool. Like,
Oh man,
I wonder, like,
He's talking about the trophies.
do the trophies still? Once you
I'm talking about my fart.
Do they still show up
Dude, I
on
should
your
get
list of trophies?
I should get a trophy for this fart, man.
Oh, dude, you can get a trophy, but you don't get any Hellgas armor.
Well, like, if you bid them and you win the Hellgast armor, do all the trophies that you bid still appear on your thing, or do you have to build them back up? I would assume you would have to build them back up.
I kind of hope it's that way, because, like, you're giving up, like, you have body armor
Hey,
now.
scarcity creates value. Just throwing that out there.
Exactly. Like, you
Even
can't
if
just,
something isn't good, it still creates value just by being rare. Like,
what if they do another... What if they decide to do another giveaway or contest like this later on? Then would the same people be winning the stuff all like over and over again every time they decide to hold one of these? Like that's not fair. They need
that's what
they
makes
do.
me-
It has to be like a form of currency or some type of exchange.
But
They
then
need
you-
to work for these things, these rewards.
Have you read anything about Bitcoin?
Yeah, it's I heard it's collapsing though, so I haven't
really?
thought about yeah.
Well, see, here's the thing. You can mine for Bitcoin. You can actually mine for this stuff.
Yeah, you told me what you described was kind of like it sounded just kind of spammy. I don't
little
want to
bit.
be a spammer. I mean,
I wouldn't put it that way.
I'm sure like the Bitcoin miners of today were just like the money spammers of yesteryears. Like, oh, you can make money over the interweb, over AOL.com. Like,
It's not quite like that. It's like you lend processing power of your computer to the financial system of Bitcoin, and in return, you receive part of every Bitcoin that is created. Have you guys heard about Zimbabwe?
no.
They suck.
Why does Zimbabwe suck?
They abandoned their own national currency in like 2009, I think. Because my phone's down here, I'm going to turn it off. Because they had such horrendous hyperinflation that they literally had to have like terms like gazillion, like in their currency. No, it was like no. At the worst of it, they were actually printing $100 trillion, and you can buy one now for $10.
Damn, son.
I know, right? I just heard about because on the radio they're talking about the Zimbabwean elections now, and they all use like national currency there. But they were talking about the election, which was completely unrelated, and it just made me think of Zimbabwe. And I was at work, so I wasn't doing anything, so I just like went on Wikipedia.
Because that's where you don't do anything is work.
Yeah, pretty much. So like, it got to a slow point at work, so I was like, Zimbabwe. So I wikied it, and I found that, and it made me giggle. That is all.
So what you learned today, children? Alex doesn't work.
Work.
Now he comes home and works.
A little bit.
You got
So when I was in Costa Rica, we got invited to this party.
when he was in Panama, you got invited to a party.
I
No,
didn't.
Estonia.
Yeah, when you were in Estonia, you got invited to a party.
I didn't go to this party, but it was called a beer wizard party.
Why the hell didn't you go to the Beer Wizard party?
Okay, because
That sounds amazing.
I had to be on a bus. I had to be on a bus for the next 8 hours. I couldn't do that, but what a beer wizard party is, you go dressed up as a wizard, and you get a beer. And then the next beer you get, you duct tape it to the bottom of the beer before it. And then the next one, you duct tape that. And then eventually, by the end of the night, you have a wizard staff made out of beer.
Dude,
beer
that's
cans.
amazing.
And if you have
smack
the
you upside the
longest
head for
beer,
that.
if your beer staff is the longest, then they repay you for all of those beer cans. They reimburse you.
I'm going to Costa Rica, dude.
Dude, Estonians know how to party.
Yeah, Estonia. Yeah.
And you could also win an award for having the best wizard costume. But I think that's
That's lame.
just cool enough with the staff. I think I should throw something like that at my own apartment sometime.
Dude, yeah, just get like 5 cases, you know? Just have everyone pay like 50 cents or $1 per beer. Like probably
Just
$1
go
per
there
beer.
dressed as Gandalf and be like, "You shall not sober.
Does not sober.
You shall not sober." Okay, we need to wrap this up. We're
Yeah,
over
this is a
an hour.
yeah, this is a pretty good show.
I think so.
It's a long time. It's been too long.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another edition.
Ladies, there's no ladies on the internet.
Yeah. Okay,
We all
Dick,
know
this
this.
has been another edition of Press the Action Button podcast here on digital-delirium.com. As always, I am your host, Joystick, and with me this week was Gameface. Say goodbye to everybody, Gameface.
Pizzle my nizzle.
And with me this week was D-Pad. Say goodbye to everybody, D-Pad.
Me love you long time.
And we will talk to you guys, I don't fucking know when, sometime.
Eventually.
In the
We'll be
future.
here. We'll be around.
Bye.
Peace.